I pledge allegiance voluntarily from just to the right of the new Countdown studio set. I'm Keith Olbermann with the first guess. For once, I bring you good news from the battle to restore patriotism from mandatory and fear-driven to inspired and by choice. Last October, Judge Talmadge Littlejohn of Tupelo, Mississippi, began his court day by leading the Pledge of Allegiance. Fine, I don't really have a problem with that. But when an attorney named Danny Lampley did not join in and recite the pledge out loud, Judge Littlejohn cited him for contempt of court, fined him $100, and put him in jail. This week, the Supreme Court of Mississippi ruled that Judge Littlejohn had absolutely no right to do what he did. It ruled unanimously that the judge acted improperly. You cannot force people to pledge allegiance. This is the essence of this country, because Judge Talmadge Littlejohn had no idea whether Attorney Lampley might have been saying it along with everybody else, silently, or if he had problems with the phrase that was added on 62 years after the thing was written, the under God part, or if he believes we should always practice the freedom of which we boast and not force people to act like patriotic robots. Once before, this country tried to make the pledge mandatory. Ironically, it was just before the Second World War when the United States Supreme Court actually ruled that national cohesion was more important than the religious rights of Jehovah's Witnesses not to swear allegiance in school to anybody but their Creator. Just 3 years later, in the middle of the war, the court overturned that ridiculous premise worthy only of a nation of goose-steppers. Justice Robert Jackson put it perfectly. If there is any fixed star in our constitutional constellation, it is that no official, high or petty, can prescribe what shall be orthodox in politics, nationalism, religion, or other matters of opinion, or force citizens to confess by word or act their faith therein. So, hats off to the Mississippi Supreme Court for living up to those words, which are a lot finer and a lot more descriptive of what this country is all about than any pledge or anthem or playing of God Bless America in the seventh inning at the ballpark. The latter are all words, and good songs about freedom. The former is freedom. Keith Olbermann in the Countdown studio. See you Monday on Current TV.